What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in the building with another banger, man. So first things first, before we go ahead and get started, I just want to go ahead and say thank you, God, for giving us another opportunity. And man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Go ahead and turn on post notifications to see when I'm uploading every single day. Hit that like button. Let's go ahead and get 50 likes on this video. And be sure to go ahead and comment down below. Where are you tuning in from and where are you coming from? Because you are already a part of the Rich Gang family if you are watching still. So man, as y'all can see by the looks of the title and the screen, today I am bringing y'all the top 3 most rare unseen builds on NBA 2K22 Next Gen. So first up, I gotta go ahead and bring y'all the all-around two-way build. This honestly is going to remind me of a Kobe Bryant build, but we're going to be making it out of the small forward position. And after this build, I got 2 more lined up for y'all, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Now let's go ahead and get into the breakdown. So when it comes down to the height, I'm going to go with 6'6". Then when it comes down to the weight, to be the fastest speed possible, I'm going to go with 180. As for the wingspan, 7 feet exactly is something that I really like. Now I've got to go ahead and throw a reminder out to y'all. If you do change any of the numbers on this exact build, you are going to risk changing the build name, and I'm just letting you know right now that includes with the physicals as well as the main stats. So as long as you follow along with me, everything when it comes down to all 3 of these builds is going to be perfect. So as you can see, when it comes down to the finishing, I did go with a max driving dunk of a 91 and a driving layup of a 72. Close shot's gonna go up to a 59. Then when it comes down to the shooting, I'm gonna go with the midi of 86. As for the 3-pointer, I'm gonna max this out at 84 and then go with a 70 free throw. Now, we're going to have a total of 17 finishing badges as well as 28 shooting. When it comes down to the playmaking side of things, I'm going to be able to get total 27 badges, 83 for the ball handle as well as the speed with ball, then an 81 pass accuracy, so that means we will be able to get bullet passer on silver. Then to wrap it up, 20 total defensive badges. Now, this is honestly a very well-rounded build, and speaking of well-rounded, I got a build name coming up next out of the small forward position that does come with a well-rounded wing build name. So if you want that, man, continue to stay through and watch. I got that coming up at number 2. But as you can see, for the physicals, I went with an 88 speed. As for the stamina, if you want to go anything higher than an 81, you definitely can do so. But I did go with the threshold of 70 for the vertical at least, just so you're able to get the pro contact dunks. Now, we do get the shot creating takeover. That's going to allow us to break ankles. Same thing with the playmaking, but then we do get, of course, the lockdown takeover as well as with the sharp shooting. So whichever way you decide to go about this build, for me, I'm going to go with a sharp shooting takeover, just so that way I get the shooting boost and a 99 3-pointer. As when it comes down to the lockdown takeover, that's going to help us out a lot more. And as y'all can see, we were able to create the all-around two-way lockdown defender build. Now, from here, they are only going to continue to get even more rare and even better. So just be sure to sit back and relax. Let's go ahead and check out the second build that I'm working with y'all today. And as y'all can see, the well-rounded wing small forward build. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know that when it comes down to the well-rounded wing build, you are only able to make this exact archetype out of the small forward position. Now how it works is when it comes down to the point guard position, we are able to make the well-rounded point. Also with the shooting guard, the well-rounded guard. Here with the small forward, we have the well-rounded wing. With the power forward, we get the well-rounded 4. And with the center, we get a well-rounded 5. So if y'all want that video, man, of all 5 well-rounded builds, I most definitely will bring that to y'all. But man, we're already about to hit the halfway mark of this video, and some of y'all have not yet hit that like button. So man, if you can go ahead and be sure to go ahead and comment down below when you have hit that like button. Also, when you have subscribed, and be sure to go ahead and let me know what have y'all thought so far about the first build? All around two-way, very toxic build name as well as what it comes with. So, this next one, of course, we're making it out of the small forward position again. Then, once it comes down to the height, I'm going to be going with 6, 7. When it comes down to the weight, I really feel like somewhere around the 180 range is going to be perfect. And then to wrap it up for the wingspan, I'm going to go with 7'4", and just remember, this is all based off of my own preference. So if you have a certain play style that you prefer to move things around when it comes down to the attributes, go ahead and do so and cater to your own style. The only way and reason why I'm bringing y'all the builds the way that I do is because I want to be sure that I was able to maintain the build name that I'm bringing to y'all, but also getting the best animations for the build as well as the most amount of badges. So when it comes down to the finishing, we're going to be able to end it with a total of 23 badges. As for the shooting, we are actually going to be able to get the same amount of badges in this area as well. Then when we move on to the playmaking, a total of 20 badges for this build is honestly something very solid once you include what we're going to be looking like on the defensive end. So also something that I was just thinking about, consider what you're going to be looking like on this build once you consider the extra 11 badges now that we are in Season 7. You're going to be able to unlock a total of 11 extra badges if you did grind out each and every season, making it to at least level 38 to 40, somewhere around that range, but also once you include the rebirth, y'all. So you're easily going to be able to get over 100 badges on each of these 3 builds. Then also include your takeover boost, which is a plus 10 to 1 or 2 different areas. Also, buying the extra boost that you can use when it comes down to the Gatorade as well as your extra attributes. Then also, once it comes down to running with teammates that will have floor general and defensive leader, these builds are going to be very toxic. When it comes down to the takeovers, pick whichever ones are going to fit your playstyle. And as y'all can see, we have created the well-rounded wing build, and I'm liking the comparisons. Jaylen Brown, Jimmy Butler, as well as Scottie Pippen. And speaking of Jimmy Butler and Jaylen Brown, let me know, who do y'all think is going to be winning this series? In my opinion, I gotta go ahead and say the Boston Celtics are looking very strong this year, but if they do make it to the finals, they still gotta meet the Warriors. Now, I am not counting the Mavericks out, but the Warriors are back to their strong and championship core team, and that is why I think this year, you heard it here first, that they are going to be winning the 22 NBA championship finals. So, man, if you are still here watching, let me know, out of the 4 teams left over, who do you think is going to go ahead and win this year's championship in the finals? Or at least, who do you think is going to make it out of the conference championships for the East and the West? Now, let's go ahead and get into this third build. We are going to be making it out of the shooting guard position. Once it comes down to the height on this build, we're going to go with 6'6", 180 for the weight, and then finally for the wingspan, I'm going to go with 7'3". Now remember, all attributes of all 3 builds have to be made exactly how I'm bringing it to y'all, or else you are going to be risking changing the build name, and that is something that I do not want happening to y'all. So let's go ahead and get into the breakdown. As you can see, for the finishing, we're going to end it up with a total of 21 finishing badges, and we actually do get some post-game out of this build, which is going to make it even better and more versatile. Then, once we go ahead and get into the shooting, a total of 24 badges here. Then once you include what we're going to be looking like for the playmaking, 26 badges, and remember, 11 extra badges if you have grinded out each and every season this year on 2K. Now, once it comes down to the defensive end, I'm liking how we're looking very strong with a total of 25 badges, the second most in any area of this build, and that means we have the rest of our overall to work with on our physicals. And also remember, once you do get the build name that we're making together, you are more than welcome to make your own adjustments when it comes down to these builds in order to change the build name or even maintain what we have already made. Now, the only reason why I bring this up to y'all is because I want you guys to be sure that you are making the best possible builds with the most badges possible, and then also include which thresholds of certain areas of this build when it comes down to the attributes that you will be needing to unlock certain animations. Now this is what the build is going to be looking like. We max out the speed and acceleration, go with the 70 vertical, and then throw the rest into your stamina. Now we do get the slashing takeover, shot creating, playmaking, and the post scoring. So whichever one you decide to go with, make sure it's all based off of your own playstyle. For my liking, I really like the fact that the shot creating takeover does give you a boost to your shooting, as well as the ability to break ankles, or you can go ahead and pull up in people's face if you want to. Either or, it's going to be based off of what you feel comfortable with. Let's check out the build name, man. And as y'all can see, we have created together the offense initiator. And man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Turn on post notifications. Hit that like button because I'm uploading every single day. Be sure, and let's go ahead and get 50 likes on this video. Go ahead and comment down below, out of the 3 builds, which one is your favorite and which one are you making. And man, with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Thank God and Rich out.